There we go. Hello, Curt and Jen in the morning. That was a new dance, by the way.
Thanks.
Podcast.
Mix it up a little bit.
Jen getting all fancy with her dancey. Welcome to, what is this, Tuesday or Wednesday? It's Tuesday.
Because
I know.
it's Giving Tuesday.
That's right.
Which
It is
we'll talk
Giving
about.
Tuesday. Yeah, we've got Giving Tuesday information come up. Also, the word or words of the year. You're thinking, you already did a word of the year. Well, guess what? There's more.
There's more.
There's more words of the year.
Why Disney's Haunted Mansion was shut down.
This is kind of funny and kind of gross at the same time.
AC/DC and Elton John have big news. Both of them do. One is good news. One is bad news.
Why people are thinking the year 2025 already looks ominous.
Dun,
it's not
dun,
what you're thinking.
dun.
How about the most fun cities in America? Did Seattle make the list of most fun cities in America?
All this and more on the Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
Lovely.
First of all, Curt.
Yes, ma'am.
Cyber Monday, which I thought it was Giving Monday. I was giving my money away.
Well,
And so are you, but in different ways. Here's the deal.
what's the deal.
I was buying things on my Christmas list for other people. Curt Cruz was celebrating Cyber Monday by...
Buying stuff for my business. Okay, for me.
For you.
You look at that. There's a long list. It's like wireless lavalier microphones, which we can use on the podcast. Thank you very much. And
Something really disappointing
lights
happened,
and-
though.
What's that?
Remember when I was on the podcast yesterday, I was telling you about the Town and Country deal where you could buy...
Right. 25% off on their gift cards or whatever?
Yeah. I went to buy mine.
Sold out?
Yes!
Well, you
How
gotta
do you
move.
sell out of gift cards?
Got to move on those deals, Jen
I
Pierak.
was so mad. I even had it on my calendar because I was looking forward to taking full advantage of that, and I missed it.
Why didn't you go earlier?
I
Who
don't
knows
even
how much
know.
earlier, though? That's true.
I don't
It's
know,
like-
but I'm really frustrated by it, and I'm really, really bummed out. Because I mean, seriously, I had it on my calendar for like 2 months, so I would remember to buy them. Anyway, sold out.
2 months?
For real.
Okay.
Because I look forward to it. I should put it on my calendar for next year so I don't forget, and I get up. I'm going to set an extra early alarm.
Was that just for the Friday or just for the weekend or just for what? I guess it's till they're gone.
No, it was only on Cyber Monday.
Oh, okay.
Only Cyber Monday.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
But I do have a surprise for you.
What's the surprise for me?
Get ready for it.
You found the snowfall.
Barilla Snowfall pasta. Got it at Walmart.
You said it was sold out everywhere. This deserves a
I
close-up on
found
the
it.
Camera. Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
You get a box, Curt. A box for you. A box
that.
for me.
Well, apparently this feeds, 7 to 8 minutes. I thought it fed 7
no,
to 8.
that's going to feed like
A bunch.
3 people.
Thank
Let's
you.
do
Here's
it.
a hug. You're so sweet. Everybody knows that, though.
Right? Isn't it so fun?
We've got our snowfall pasta.
I tried to buy more of it. It is truly sold out now.
Okay. Well, somebody else is going after
There
you
you go.
saying, that girl in front of me, that blonde girl, got the last box.
It's not even, you can't even go in store and buy it, I don't think.
You ordered it?
I think you have to order it online.
Okay. Well, there's a free plug for Barilla or is it Barilla? Because it's so, so good.
Well, I don't know if it's so good. I'm sure it is, though. That's decent pasta.
Now-
if it's not homemade.
This happened also. This has nothing to do with Cyber Monday, except that it happened on Cyber Monday a lot. As I told you yesterday, my wife is out of town. She went to meet up with her friends in California, so it's just me batching it with the dog, right?
Right?
So yesterday, did nothing. I mean, nothing. And it was wonderful.
You took a nap?
I was embarrassed at how little I got done. Let me just say, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they only take about 4 minutes
on
to
fresh
make.
white bread?
Yeah.
Do you have white bread in this house?
What was actually on the stuff that you love, the sourdough?
Oh,
Yeah, even better.
interesting. Peanut butter and jelly on sourdough. Okay.
They kept playing this commercial on the TV. TV's on all day, just in the background.
Okay.
And it has this super sad song in it. I'm going to play it for you. This is actually a remake of Cheap Trick's I Want You to Want Me. Here's how it goes, all right?
I want you to want me.
All right, so super sad.
I kind of like it. I kind of like this.
I love it. And actually, I
Who
downloaded
sings it?
You know, I need to find out because it's a relatively new artist. I'll look it up while I'm talking here. It's, what does that say?
Xavier Dunn.
There you go. Xavier Dunn.
Dunn. Nice work, Xavier.
Well, here's the thing. So I'm getting all sad listening to this, thinking it's got to be the background of a, Save the Dogs commercial or something. And
Yeah.
you watch the commercial and it's just this lonely, like a table, like an old table. So you think they're trying to sell it on, say, I don't know, some aftermarket thing.
Yeah, offer up or something.
Yeah, and it's like this lonely looking table just sitting there, and then another cut of the table, and I'm like, I'm getting upset over this teary eyed over this table thing.
What is
it?
it?
For Kerrygold butter or whatever they make.
I love that kind of butter.
Right. The Kerrygold commercial with the lonely table has got this guy getting all misty. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
I am here for it. I
Yeah.
like that. That's powerful marketing then.
It's an awesome version of that song. So we give props
okay.
to Xavier
Dunn.
Yeah, who did a very nice
I'm
job
going to
on
download
that.
it too, Curt.
Okay, it's a pretty song. There you go. That's not what we want yet. I have to go. See, I have to go back.
That's a spoiler alert.
Well, it's coming up. Yeah, I got to
Today-
do my buttons.
Oh,
here you go.
Are you ready? Okay, Today is Giving Tuesday, where we give to others without getting anything in return. It always follows Cyber Monday.
Yep. So, what money you saved on Cyber Monday, you should have left over.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
Well, nobody saved any money on Cyber Monday.
I know, I just gave my US dollars away.
Yes. Well, you bought stuff. So, Giving Tuesday started about 12 years ago. It launched in 2012 as a global generosity movement. I like that. Unleashing the power of people and organizations to transform their communities. You know who started it? 3 tech companies: Mashable, Skype, and Cisco. I don't know.
They did? I like it.
Who of those are even still around? But there's a lot of reasons to give.
Right.
Okay.
2 most common, it makes you happy.
That's true.
And it aligns with your values and beliefs. So you find an organization that you're passionate about and support it.
Yeah. For Dana, it would absolutely be soaringspirits.org. That's her. She's the executive director of that nonprofit for widows or widowers.
Now, about 1 in 10 of us admit that they just do it for tax deduction because they make so many US dollars that they need to give some away.
Those are fabulous. So, people were asked what they give their money for if they were given $1,000 to donate. Of course, the most popular response were charities involving animals. Maybe that's not of course, but when I saw that, I was like, well, yeah, of course. Animals need the help. My mentality is always like, there's plenty of different nonprofits and support groups for everything. So I'm just going to go with animals because I love animals. Don't you think that kids and single parents and everybody has their own?
I mean, everybody has their thing, including animals. Don't get me wrong. I like the animals too. I don't know what I would donate to. I'd have to really give some thought to that. I really like a lot of causes.
But go local, like a Posado Safe Haven.
Oh, no, for sure.
Or
Local for sure.
Pause,
Yeah.
Seattle Humane, all are great. So this is the funny thing. People were asked, are you more or less generous than your friends? Only 7%, half of Americans, so about 50% think that they are more generous than their friends.
Oh, I do not think. I have very
They're
generous
super
friends.
generous.
But I have very generous friends,
I think
though,
you're downplaying
for real.
yourself. Only 7% of Americans say they do not consider themselves generous at all. And that sucks. Those 7% of people are mean.
Well, they're just saying they would not consider
They're not
themselves
generous.
generous.
Okay. What else do we have for Giving
Let's
Tuesday?
not generous shame people.
Oh, here's something that people will do, and this is a good little tip. Posting about Giving Tuesday on social media can be good, they say, as long as you don't make it about yourself. Because the awareness of people didn't know that Giving Tuesday was happening, so awareness can inspire action, can reinforce social norms and kindness and build community, and broaden perspectives on giving. I guess as long as you're not saying, hey, look what I did, everybody.
I'm going back to if I had $1,000, who would I give it to?
Okay.
I think at this moment right now in my life, I would probably give it to Macy's school theater program.
There you go.
Because it is grossly underfunded compared to many other things in the school, and it's kind of all the arts are kind of dying in schools. So.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. Whatever you're passionate about, look into it. And often you will have an employer that will match, your donation.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Yeah.
like doubling your donation again. Giving Tuesday is today. So please give what you can.
Should we change our prompt and ask people what they do if they had $1,000, who they give it to, what nonprofit they give it to?
Sure.
And then we'll use the other one tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
That's going to be involved with your question
Yes.
of the day.
Okay, sorry. That's
all right.
On the fly.
It happens.
Okay.
Let's hear about Disney's Haunted Mansion. Did you hear about this, Jim?
I did not. I haven't even read the story. I just saw the
Okay.
headline that you'd put in there, but I didn't read it.
Okay, well, I'm just going to reveal this slowly.
It's Disney World, though.
Okay, Disney
right?
World, yes. This
Okay,
is
not
the
Disneyland.
Haunted Mansion in Disney World had to shut down its Haunted Mansion ride over the weekend. A guest scattered their loved one's ashes on the ride.
Come on.
It's not clear how long it was shut down, but everyone on the ride had to be evacuated. An employee posted about it on Reddit as it was happening, saying, as I write this, Haunted Mansion is down and being evacuated due to someone spreading human ashes on the
It
ride.
was caught on camera because they have all those cameras in the ride.
Right.
On
Now,
the attraction, we should call it an attraction.
well, they have laws about how to dispose of a body. You can't just say, okay, my person died. I'm just going to, prop them up in the corner of my family room. There's illegal, I guess, disposal of a body.
They have the huge urn and they're just dumping the ashes out. Like, I would think if I'm going to do that, I would just take a little vial and be very discreet about just sprinkle. I
would say that wouldn't even cross my mind. Well, they really liked Disney. Their favorite place was. So anyway, I don't know. Anyway, here's what the person said. It's a dumb thing to do because ultimately the person's ashes will just end up in the trash because they're going to, say you were just part of the ride, you dump the ashes out. They're going to, at the end of the day, when the cleaning crew comes through, they're going to sweep up the ashes and dump them. So that's where your loved one is going to end up. In the garbage.
Okay.
And they got this on video, so the person will likely be banned from all Disney parks.
What? There's a lifetime ban?
Well, I
Disney
think
has?
disposing of your loved one's ashes on a ride merits. No?
I don't know, Curt. That's a bummer though. If I'm in Disney during the holidays, the Haunted Mansion is one of the best decorated with the big gingerbread house and that big scene where the ghosts are all around in a dining room area. I'd be real disappointed.
It's been so long since I've been. Is that a walk-through ride or is it a ride?
You're riding in it, and it goes through all the little different rooms, and they're haunted, and it's oh my God, why am I forgetting the name of the movie with the Nightmare Before Christmas?
Okay, all right. The question is, can that ashes be put on other people?
Well, they're not.
Listen, I saw Big Lebowski. I saw the scene where they disposed of his ashes and it blew back on the dude.
I don't know what this looked like. They should have been a little more discreet if they were going to do it. That's all I'm saying. We can move on.
Okay, here's the button.
Oxford Dictionary's word of the year is,
now,
get ready for it.
And we should have prepped for this by saying, well, we told you a few weeks ago, here was the word of the year. And it was somebody else, maybe it was Cambridge Dictionary had their word of the year, and I don't remember what it was.
This is Oxford.
Oxford Dictionary. Here's how the word is defined. Maybe this will be a hint. The Oxford Dictionary's word of the year defined as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as the result of overconsumption of, online content considered to be trivial or unchallenging.
I mean, this happens to many, many, many of us around the world.
Brain rot.
That's 2 words, by the way. It's not just one.
It's true. According to their stats...
That bothered me, by the way, because I did read this story. And I'm like, that is not word.
It's Disney.
It is words.
Words of the year. This is, according to statistics, the usage of the term brain rot steadily grew by 230% over the course of the year. It's not a new term. In fact, it was first recorded use in Thoreau's book Walden in 1854.
Wow.
Brain rot.
So people were already complaining about brain rot in the 1850s.
They were brain rotting even back then.
Okay, Oxford picks their words by choosing 6 finalists and letting people vote. The other 5 this year were slop, dynamic pricing, romanticy,
don't know it,
lore, and demure.
There you go.
Demure is from that stupid
viral video. All right. Now you know. You got to use it more.
Smarter now. You can walk with your head up high, knowing you learned something.
And
on the Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
In just those 2 minutes we were talking about that, I had to go back and look at what it was again.
Oh my God. Okay.
Brain rot. All right.
Okay. So remember we said that there's 2 people that have big news. Bands. Well, not bands. Musicians. AC/DC, the band, has an announcement. And Elton John has an announcement. One has good news. One has bad news.
Let's start with AC/DC. Announced the 2025 North American tour. This is their first stateside tour in 9 years. It's only a 13-date tour, so kind of small, and it will feature support from the Pretty Reckless. So if you're a fan of, she played Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch with, in
that band?
Yeah.
No way.
Why don't you look it up while I'm doing the rest of this? Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch. It's a tip of my tongue type of thing. So anyway. Okay. Pretty Reckless is opening. The tour takes place in April and May of next year. The closest AC/DC show to us in Seattle will be April 22nd. That's in Vancouver, BC. So get your passport ready to go. Tickets go on sale beginning this Friday, at noon local time via Ticketmaster.
Taylor Momsen?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I think
Kurt.
she's in that band too. I could be wrong because of
Okay,
brain rot.
so I'm sorry. While I was looking that up, they're not coming to Seattle. The closest they're going to get is Vancouver.
Yeah. But that's a fun little road trip. I've gone to Vancouver to see shows before.
I wish I was going on that road trip to see Taylor Swift at the end of the week, but I am not. Okay, next.
Sure.
Elton John. This is the bad news. Says he's lost his eyesight.
That's a little bit of a... well, let's tell the story. He has not lost his eyesight for good, apparently.
What? Okay, then what's happening?
There was he got a severe eye infection earlier this year, and I think that affected the sight in one of his eyes, all right? So he says, I unfortunately lost my eyesight in my right eye in July because of an infection. It's been 4 months now since, and I've not been able to see. My left eye is not the greatest either. I am healing, but it's an extremely slow process. Will take some time before sight returns to the impacted eye. And then he thanked the excellent team of doctors and nurses in his family, and his family for taking such good care of him. So hopefully,
he's not blind. He's not.
Right. Well, the deal was it came up, they interviewed him outside of the gala performance of The Devil Wears Prada. He did the music for that show in London, so the stage show, all right? He said, I've not been able to come to many of the previews.
I want to see that stage show.
Because, as you know, I've lost my eyesight, so it's hard for me to see, but I'd love to hear it, and boy, it sounded good tonight. Can you see the show tonight?
Wow, Kurt.
Too soon?
Wow.
I was going to ask permission before doing that.
So that was a little bit of the media sensationalizing.
He
what
lost his
really
eyesight.
is the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but at least you know now.
Could have said temporarily
You know the
because it
real
looks
deal.
temporary. Mm-hmm.
Why do people already think that 2025 looks ominous? Is it because of politics?
No, it's because of dumbness.
It's because of dumbness?
I know that's not a word. I want it to be a word because it can be used so often.
All right. We're a month away from 2025.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you've had a rough 2024 and you're dreaming about a fresh start in a new year. Some people say 2025 is going to be worse, and here's the reason.
Why?
Someone noticed about the calendar for 2025, it starts on a Wednesday. So the first 3 days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Except that those three letters spell WTF. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The days of the week are shortened to just an initial, and so some people are seeing on their calendar WTF for the first 3 days of 2025.
That's awesome.
The post says, should I be worried that 2025 begins with WTF? That accumulated 12 million views, 344,000 likes, and 1,300 comments in 3 days when they posted that.
Who posted it?
A person.
Okay.
It doesn't say exactly who.
That's funny. I like it.
But somebody also noticed, they said, this is also scary. The last time that this happened where you had WTF as the first 3 days of the year was 2020. And that was not a great year.
COVID?
There was a pandemic and everything. So no point.
Let's just reassign WTF. What could it be? Wonderful things.
Forever.
I was just going to say that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I can't. I didn't.
Let's do that, guy.
The best sleep position for
whatever
whatever ails you. Here's
Hell yeah.
the deal. We know that there's certain ways that you should sleep that are better than others.
Right.
Like you should not sleep on your stomach. I'm just going to say that right now.
That's no good.
So your body is working to repair itself when you're sleeping, right? That's your healing time. That's why you need to get
Good
7
sleep.
to 8 hours,
Yep.
and you need to get good, strong sleep. So think about what position you sleep in. What do you know? Like, what do you usually?
I'm usually a side sleeper. I start off with my back and I end up in the side.
And I'm usually what side? Because that matters. Side matters.
I sleep on my left side, facing the door, so I can ward off any burglars.
Right. And I sleep on my right side.
Closest to the door? Well, I guess you're by yourself all the time.
Our door comes in, and then you see the bed. So
Okay.
it's not facing.
There's no closest.
either
All right.
door. Anyway, okay. So a sleep medicine physician.
Mm-hmm.
The ideal sleeping position is one that promotes spinal alignment from your head to your hips. So here's some helpful sleeping tips. Overall, sleeping on your back or side is better than your stomach because
You know
it's
that.
easier to keep your spine supported.
Mm-hmm.
6 in 10 people sleep on their side. The best way to do it is with a pillow between your knees. I don't do that. I used to, and I should get back to that.
Well, I don't do it either because I tend to, I flip around a lot when I'm sleeping. I move a lot.
I end up on my back typically.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, so put the pillow between your legs to keep your hips straight with your spine.
Okay.
Sleeping on your side cuts down on snoring. Your left side, good job, Kurt, is best because it puts less pressure on your internal organs. sleeping on your right side can also make heartburn worse. So
And this,
that's something, because
this is
I
stuff
need
I
to
knew.
change that. I did not.
Well, the left side, that was because I was a back sleeper, and, but we found out, as this says, that, when I'm snoring, I get a little nudge like, hey,
They do say that if you sleep on your back, you
from
snore
my wife.
more.
And so off to the left side. But then, in my sleep state, I end up back on my back, and she's got to do the nudge again. Pretty soon, it's a big pillow smack across the face.
Okay, but they do say if you have neck pain or a stuffy nose, sleep on your back and prop yourself up with the pillow to help with the congestion.
The wedge, there's a wedge thing that I also have that I'm supposed to
You
sleep on.
do?
Well, here's the deal.
And you don't use it?
Well, real quick, we just got this as a temporary thing because we were going to get one of the adjustable beds where, and then, we got canned. So money is an issue.
Okay.
Money is an issue when they're like $4,000 beds. So there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently, sleeping on your back we did mention it's the worst position for snoring. And again, the stomach thing, the least popular position, sleeping on your stomach, only 10% of the time.
It's just not good for your neck if you're sleeping on your stomach, and it can make it harder to breathe, obviously.
So there you go.
Do we have anything else to say about sleeping?
No, it just repeats what we already said.
Okay.
Do we want to
All right.
repeat?
No, we don't want to repeat.
Most fun cities in America.
Does Seattle make the cut?
This is from WalletHub.com. They say, here's the most fun cities, and they based it on 65 different metrics, which is a lot of metrics if you ask me.
Well, that includes bars, restaurants, festivals, and a whole lot more. They even factored in how if you travel to
How far you'd have to go to get like the closest fun things, like a bowling
alley or Froyo.
Right.
Froyo shop.
So here, according to the results, the most fun cities in America are Las Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, and New Orleans.
Top 5: Las Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, New Orleans, followed by Austin, San Francisco, Chicago, Houston, and New York. So we do not make the top 10.
We made number 19, which is, and there's always the competition. Unfortunately, we're behind Portland.
Portland's number 14?
Number 14, but we were ahead of San Diego, which is hard to believe because San Diego is a fun city.
How many of those top 10 cities, those are the top 10 that we mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many of those have you been to? I've been to Las Vegas, Orlando, Miami short, never Atlanta that I can
I've
remember.
been through Atlanta flying. New Orleans I've been to. Austin I've not been to. San Francisco, yes. Chicago,
Yes.
I lived in Chicago.
Oh.
I've not been to Houston.
I've been to New York.
I've never been to New York.
You haven't?
Just on
Ooh,
flights.
I
cutting
like
through.
New York.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, the 5 cheapest cities for fun are Toledo, Wichita, Montgomery, Alabama, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Oklahoma City.
Have you been to those?
I lived in Toledo before I went to Detroit. And let me tell you, the best thing to do, I'm trying to think, the best thing to do in Toledo is get the hell out of there.
Really?
It's fine.
I mean, it must be fun. It's cheap fun.
That's because there's no fun. I'm kidding, Toledo people. Toledo is like Detroit light. It's like Detroit without the culture.
I've never been to Detroit,
Yeah.
so I know,
and
I've never been to
that wasn't
Toledo.
a
I've never been to
strong-
any of those places on that list.
That wasn't a very strong selling point. That it's
really
like
wasn't.
Detroit without.
We're
the
sorry,
culture.
Toledo.
And Detroit. Hey, what would make you feel more appreciated at work? This was kind
More
of
U.S. dollars.
Well, there's that, and I believe that made the list. These are the common complaints about work. One of the most common complaints is, well, I don't feel appreciated. And it's weird to say because you think, well, am I just whining? I don't feel appreciated. But it's a thing, You want to, you don't expect a whole lot, but every now and again, hey, nice job. You're
Okay,
really good.
so a poll asked people what would it take for them to feel more appreciated at work, and some of the stuff just requires a little more effort from management, including personal thank yous from their direct boss.
That was half of respondents to this poll said that would do the trick. Another, 46% said being able to easily communicate with their coworkers and boss. Communication is important.
4 in 10, geez Louise, 4 in 10 said being appreciated by their peers and making a living wage or regular raises.
Both of those. And then we have a third. Again, these are what is going to make you feel more appreciated at work. A third said having a flexible work schedule and also a good work-life balance. That's important. Now, these are the kind of ones that made the small percentages. But
Right.
Somebody said, what we need to have is company-wide shout-outs.
I'm trying, just general, hey guys, you're doing a great job. Way to go.
Or-
That?
Nice job, Francis. I don't know. Over like a overhead?
Oh,
or-
so if personalized shout out to the whole team.
Yeah, I wonder if this now, I was sitting here thinking a big factory with big speakers, but now it's via email. Here's your shout out via email.
Okay, I got it now. Okay, winning an internal award like MVP or Employee of the Month.
So some people want a trophy, basically.
Okay.
Where'd that thing go? I had my MVP. Oh, Dana moved it.
So Dana.
From 1994, I had Curt Cruz, Employee of the Month at WVKS in Toledo. There you go. I promise I have it somewhere.
Okay, so all this just goes to show that some of the cheesy stuff does work for some people. Some people don't want it, but it works for some.
Yeah. Think about that. What would it take for you? You know what I think? Well, obviously, more money is always nice, but the ones that are saying, a personal thank you or better communication, it's nice they put that there instead of more money.
That's all nice, but I want the U.S. dollars.
Okay.
The good news is overall, over half of workers say they feel more appreciated during the holiday season than any other time of year.
Oh.
That's nice. Good.
Hopefully they're getting a bonus for some more U.S. dollars.
Hopefully.
All right. Here we go. From yesterday.
We asked, what's something you do or watch or listen to that instantly puts you in a good mood?
You want to share something, Jen?
I said like listening to music or spending time with my family and friends. That would put me in a better mood.
Mine's being around doggies.
That would put you in a better mood?
Gosh, all the time, constantly. When
Okay.
I'm such a goof when we're out on a walk and the dog, oh, doggy.
What about playing your guitar? Would that put you in a
playing
better
music,
mood?
absolutely, yes.
Okay.
There's another thing.
All right, here's what people said.
To put
Jennifer,
them in a good mood.
she said, Curt and Jen in the morning. It sounds like a suck up, but it's true. When you left radio, my morning uplift was gone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Well, thank you for listening to the podcast, too.
Yeah.
It's the next best thing.
Teresa said, sleep. Will said, same as you, Curt, playing with my dog.
Yep, that's a good one.
Carrie said, videos of funny or cute donkeys. Seriously, how can something so cute make such a crazy sound? Carrie?
And just so you know, when I'm sitting here recording donkey noises this morning, Jen's like, why? What is that and why? And I was like, don't worry, you'll see.
Okay, so we know Carrie, Carrie and Randy.
Right.
Carrie will send Randy videos of donkeys nonstop during the day when he's trying to work.
That's pretty funny.
And she wants to own a donkey.
Good luck. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. She will own a donkey
They
someday.
They
I
have
know
a big
it.
yard. They need a bigger yard for a donkey. But
Oh, okay. And I didn't even see this. And Randy said, watching Carrie get all excited about donkeys.
do you ever send things to Pat during the day? Because Dana will send me cute dog things or whatever. Like, look at this German Shepherd.
I get a lot of those like really like inspirational relationship things. Like, I'm so glad I met you're my soulmate. Da, 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 like cheesy things. But I send them to him because I'm like, you know what? This is like hashtag truth for me to you. Here you go.
And I would have to say when I get those from my wife as well, it's like, oh.
Do you watch it? Do you actually watch them?
Yes.
Okay.
On the occasions that I forget, I get yelled at.
I don't know
Okay.
if Pat watches them or not all the time, but
Vanessa said what is immediately puts her in a good mood is, and this is a nice one too, getting a hug.
Oh, that's good. Jackie said, a video my son made when he was 5. It is the best, most awesome thing ever. I love that she goes back and visits that.
Jason, one word answer. Weed. Weed. Okay, Jason. A lot of people would agree with you. Marilyn said watching the old movie Singing in the Rain.
Diana said she exercises to get herself in an instantly better mood.
Yep.
Emily, this is up my alley, said shoe shopping.
Wow. So if you want to be
Any
in a good
retail
mood,
therapy for me would
Okay.
be good. Yeah.
Trent watching, he's a comedian, Joe Coy the comedian, watching Joe Coy.
Just to get a good
one.
laugh. I mean, laughing is the best medicine ever.
That's some pretty good medicine.
And Heather said hanging out with friends. Nice.
Yeah, still posted if you want to add what you do, to honestly instantly put you in a good mood. We'd love to hear about that too, right?
And now the question of the day.
Did you want to change it?
Yep, we're changing it. You'll get this. We had a great question, and we're just going to move it to tomorrow. For today, we want you to answer if you had $1,000 to give
For Giving Tuesday,
for Giving
or whenever.
Tuesday. Who are you giving it to?
That'll be
And
great.
maybe why? Like just a little bit of. Here's why.
You know what? And if you respond today, maybe that'll make a list that other people can see and say, "Oh yeah, I'll donate to that that group as well," which is a proactive thing to do.
You know
How's
what?
that?
I'm going to test this. Usually, when I post our question of the day early, it doesn't get nearly as many responses.
There's an algorithm thing going
It's
on there.
weird. So you're going to have to seek this out if it doesn't show up on your Facebook feed. Look up Jen Pirak because I put it on my personal, and then it gets automatically shared to Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast. So
there you
either
go.
one on Facebook, find it.
Again, you're given $1,000. Specifically, they say, okay, we're giving you $1,000. You have to
Yep.
donate it, and we're going to go with, one person, right? You may want to donate to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, But so who are you going to donate that to? Particularly because it's Giving Tuesday, the free $1,000 you got. Where is it going? Let us know.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for being part of the Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
We
We love being part of your day. We are grateful for you.
Absolutely.
Please make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe. Any of the interactive things you can do on the platform you're watching, we would appreciate it.
Thank you so very much.
Have a great day. Make good choices. Find joy and spread kindness.